It begins with a spark, an accidental incursion, a failed diplomacy call, or a provocation over the South China Sea. The world holds its breath as two superpowers inch closer to the unthinkable. Then, it happens. At 03:42 a.m. Beijing time, satellite surveillance detects an intercontinental ballistic missile launched from an undisclosed U.S. submarine in the Pacific. Within minutes, sirens wail across multiple Chinese provinces. The target? A strategic military installation near Chengdu. The world watches in disbelief. The impact is catastrophic. A thermonuclear detonation vaporizes everything within a 5-mile radius. The fireball engulfs military assets, communications hubs, and unfortunately, civilians. But the horror is just beginning. Global reactions. China responds instantly. A barrage of DF-41 intercontinental ballistic missiles are launched toward U.S. territories, Guam, Hawaii, even the mainland. NORAD scrambles. Missile defense systems are engaged. Some are intercepted, some are not. Los Angeles is partially hit. Infrastructure collapses. Hospitals overwhelmed. Panic sets in. Europe calls for an emergency UN meeting. Russia puts its nuclear forces on alert. India and Pakistan follow suit. The world is no longer on edge. It's tipping over. Stock markets crash within hours. Global economies freeze. Airports shut down. International banks initiate emergency protocols. Satellite communications are jammed. Internet blackouts spread like wildfire. Cities turn into ghost towns. Fallout and aftermath. The death toll? Over 15 million in the first 24 hours. And it's rising. But the real crisis is in what comes next. Fallout clouds sweep across Asia. Radiation affects neighboring countries, Japan, Korea, even parts of eastern Russia. The US faces internal chaos. Martial law is declared in several states. Fuel shortages begin. Power grids flicker off due to electromagnetic pulses, EMPs. Grocery store shelves empty within hours. Supply chains collapse. Nations dependent on Chinese exports are left stranded. Pharmaceutical ingredients, microchips, batteries gone. Global climate shifts. Fires, soot, and smoke block sunlight. Crops begin to fail. Economists call it the beginning of a modern nuclear winter. The human cost. But the numbers don't show you the faces. Families torn apart. Children with no homes. People searching for clean water, for medicine, for hope. Medical systems, already strained, are overwhelmed. Doctors face impossible choices. As both nations realize they've stepped too far, ceasefire negotiations begin, but the damage is irreversible. The scars go beyond cities. Trust between nations is destroyed. A global power reset begins. China is crippled. The US is shattered. Allies have become wary. Enemies more dangerous. Lessons from the edge. This is what happens when nuclear war becomes reality. Not glory, not victory, just ashes. The cost of pride? The annihilation of millions.